It's how can we help beyond just food?
Mm-hmm.
And do you mind kind of walking through some of that process that you guys go through to kind of exploring that side?
Yeah, so I think I've shared with you before, but for those of you who don't know, Tabitha's mission is to provide temporary food assistance, recommend resources for self-reliance, and neighbors helping neighbors. And we believe strongly that we understand that the people who are showing up to our food pantry, those families, yes, they need food, but we also understand that there's also probably a root cause that's causing that food insecurity. And our goal is to sit down and have conversations with people that are to be very comfortable with one another and be able to, in such a way that it lends itself to they can share their story, and then also help us, kind of identify what is that root cause of food insecurity. What is that cause, and then what resources do we have in the community that can actually help them maybe recover from that food insecurity sooner, or maybe prevent it from happening again. Because the truth is everyone who comes to our food pantry, they don't want to be there. They don't want to be food insecure. They don't want to be in a position where they have to ask for help for food. Yeah. It's absolutely devastating for most people. A very humbling experience. Many of the people who come into our food pantries you can see it in their faces. They're downtrodden. Many of them cry. And then I cry, of course, and I cry. I'm just like, it's such an emotional experience, but a blessed one too, because it's an opportunity to connect, to work together, and see one another.
Sure. Yeah. So, how many families do you serve in a given year, would you say?
Oh, in a given year. So Tabitha's Spanish Fork, we just served over 77,000 individuals. I will tell you, January, this past month, was one of our largest months. We served nearly over 900 additional households than we had in months past. It was like crazy. Sorry, 900 individuals, not households. So, but we're seeing about, I would say, usually we were hovering around 6,000 individuals, but now we're seeing over 7,000. So wow. It just continues to grow.
And so the demand seems to be increasing lately. Is that a fair statement?
Yes. As many of us know, eggs are now over $6 a dozen. Ouch. So obviously inflation's playing a role in that.
Got it.
And then housing's a factor in Utah County, as we both know. Most of the families we're serving are paying 50% or more of their monthly income in housing. And what that does is if you're paying that much of your monthly income towards housing, once you factor in your other cost of living needs, you don't have money for savings. And so one little blip like, my car broke down, or I need a medication, or I'm sick and I don't have paid days off, or something like that, one little blip, then they find themselves in our food pantry. So those are, and of course population growth, but those are the factors that we're seeing, which is causing rapid rising and increase in the number of families coming into food pantries. And not just Tabitha's Way, across the board.